Hey guys, Alex here, and I'm back with Afan Lido for season 24 February review. So yeah, now on our 24th season. Take you through the transfers first. Coming in, I think the people we had a Greek Jordan come in for 75k from Kilmarnock. Um, Looks pretty good. Philip Saxton coming in from Watford, who looks good, and then Sergio Figueres coming from Barcelona B, who looks amazing. When he's 20 and he's already got a Spanish cap. Um, but yeah, there was actually quite a few going out. Brought in 18 million in total. First off was actually a big one, Shane Holden for 9 million to Everton. And you may ask, why'd you do that? You have an English centre back slash right back in the main team who's only 26. Well, if we look at the stats, when I just basically I didn't really think about it, but he didn't get any games last year, and um, yeah, we could sell him on for a lot of money while he is now 9 million. And if you look at the clauses, I've gone to transfer search, right? Go into the clauses. Um, as you can see there, we have a 50% on his next transfer, so hopefully he does get transferred next. Otherwise, it'll be a bit of a waste of time. Um, but yeah, we didn't really use him enough to warrant the high price. Like he was on 17k a week, and we need to get the bill down. So yeah, had a few loans going out. Stephen Taylor left on a free. Alan Simmons actually, he went to Stevenage for 7.5 million at the age of 28, which I was very surprised in. I think well, it's due to the fact that Stevenage are owned by tycoons, so they'll overpay for anyone. But he's done very well for us actually. He's always been our backup sort of right winger slash striker, always done well for us, and we actually finally cashed in on him. And he's doing well for them in the Championship, which is good. But yeah, got a bit of money from him. Then we finally sold Alex Chapman to QPR for 2 million. In the end, he never really amounted to anything. Lots of to be fair, we did get quite a bit of money just from loans and whatnot. Um, but in the end, yeah, just sold him in the end to QPR. And then we just did a few more loans. Darren Black went to Sunderland. Dino Franjic went to Derry, and David Sullivan to Southend, who are the main ones. And Darren Coleman going to TNS. He has gone there, I think, for the past 3 years on loan. Look at that, 40k, 97k, 125k. They love him. Um, but yeah, and then we have two agreed transfers coming in. Firstly, we got Nicky Scott from Rangers, a 20-year-old centre back, 18 determination, some good centre back stats there on a cheap wage. And then Louis Perry coming in from Man U, good finishing, good off the ball, sort of a McCaw kind of player. Um, Currently on loan at Wolves, but does play for Man U. Hasn't scored for them actually, which worries me now. But we will get the best out of him. I know it. So we got them two coming in. No one's leaving. Um, but yeah, so let's go on to the fixtures. We had our Robert Callaghan testimonial because he's over 30 now, which is a bit scary. And then we had loads of friendlies to bring in money. Tico United, River, PSV, West Ham, Liga de Quito, Boca, Krasnodar, San Lorenzo, Dortmund, Ajax. And then we started off really well versus Care, 8-0. Benali and Potter both with hat tricks. Real was 3-0. Then 4-1 versus Airbus. Radinovic with actually a hat trick there. Haverford was 1-0. Then we had our first Champions League game, and we actually had Atletico, and we beat them 4-0 away. Figueres with 2 and Owen Hill with 2. But look at that. Guzman got injured in the second minute. It wasn't to be for him. I saw that and I'm like, oh God, Guzman's going to destroy us. But in the end, he didn't. Preston beat 4-0. 1-0 versus Newtown. Then we had a 5-0 win over Lyon at home. Potter with 2, Benali, Callahan and Hill. 7-2 versus Ryder. Richard Nelson getting 5, which is a bit crazy. And then we played Bow Street in the Premier League Cup first round, who beat 7-0. McCaw with a hat trick, Hurley with 2. 2-0 versus ABBA. 4-0 versus Legia away. 2-0 versus Seven Druids. 4-1 versus ABBA. 3-1 versus TNS, which is pretty good. Benali with 2. Then we beat Legia 1-0 in the return leg. O'Sullivan with a goal. 7-2 versus Hollywell in the Welsh Cup. Hat trick for McCaw. 3-1 against Haverford in the Premier League semi-final. 5-0 versus Care, Gary Parry with a hat-trick. 4-0 again against Atletico, Benali with 2, O'Sullivan and Hill. 3-2 versus Real. Leon was 5-1 in the end away, which was really annoying because we conceded 1 goal. That was the last game we conceded, and like it was 43rd minute, but there we go. We dominated the group. Leon got through. Atletico finished bottom in the end, which is just a bit embarrassing. But yeah, we topped the group, which is very good there. Then we beat Airbus 4-1, 5-1 against Bangor, 6-0 versus Haverfordwest, 4-1 versus Newtown. Ryder was actually a 1-1 draw here, away. Really annoying. We got a goal actually late on from John Smith, youth centre mid. But yeah, played crap that game. Preston was 3-0, 4-1 versus Sefton Druids. Then 3-0 versus ABBA. Then 4-1 versus TNS at home, which was actually a good win there. 4-0 versus Bangor. Aberystwyth Uni, we actually played in the Welsh Cup 4th round. So they're like the uni team for ABBA. And we beat them 3-0 in the Welsh Cup 4th round. So that sort of sums up the fixtures. If we look at the league table, TNS are back to dominating second. We're top with 21 wins and a draw. TNS in second with 47 points. To be fair though, look at Ryder. They're doing very well. They sit currently second by 5 points, and then you got ABBA, Airbus, Real. Bangor have dropped a lot. Preston also dropped, but that was to be predicted. I didn't predict Bangor to. And it's very close between Sefton Druids, Care, and Haverfordwest to who's going to go down. So it's going to be 2 out of 3 of them, it seems. I don't think Bangor will be dragged into them, dragged it into that. But yeah, it's been pretty good so far. Player stats wise, Ian Kelly, top average rating, or Gary Parry and Kanati. We're bringing in the youth players, especially in the sort of league, so get them up to play a lot. Benali's actually second in top goal scorer, so I'm gonna have to stop him from scoring because if he scores, gets top goal scorer, I think he's got a very big. Well, if he scores 30, he gets 450k. So yeah, don't want that happening. Yeah, but then if we look at the squad stats, I guess. Let's have a look at squad stats. Here we go. Goals wise, Benali's got 17, Hill's got 14. As I said before, Jamie Kanati, 19-year-old right striker slash right winger. From I think you might remember him from a while ago. He's got 8. Peter Scholes actually has 8 also. Let's go on loan. There we go. Then you got Gary Parry, who is a young striker slash right left. Then Brian Potter, McCaw, Richard Nelson, Callahan. Saxon's done well. He's got 5 goals, 5 assists. Assists wise, Peter Scholes got 13, Hill's got 12, Nelson's got 10, Ryan Potter's got 9, and so on and so on. But I actually want to show you. Look at that. Yeah, forgot about that actually. I'm Belgium manager now. I just want to. I'll show you basically what happened. We went into Portugal squad, fixtures. We went into the European Championships. I think last time it was 5-2. We then actually beat Czech Republic 1-0. Robles with the goal, and then we lost to Wales 3-1. Robles with the only goal there, but we actually did get through in the end. Let's go back, and then second round, no, group stages. So we did actually top our group in the end, but just about. And then we went on to play Romania, and we lost 2-0 to them. And this was at our home thing, so I finished the day and resigned because Portugal are such a shit team to play with. They really are crap when they're playing with me. So I resigned for them, and actually I got offered the Belgium job quite soon after. So I'll show you the Belgian squad. I think I don't know how many games I've taken now. I've taken them since about here, I guess. So I've had the European Championship games. Beat Switzerland 2-0, beat Poland 3-2, No, didn't. No, didn't. Not these ones. When we lost, they lost to Spain. I took over from here. Beat Luxembourg 1-0. Beat Romania 2-1. 3-1 versus Finland. 4-1 versus Hungary. And then somehow we beat Brazil and Germany 2-1 each. So if you actually look at the world rankings, we're third, which is pretty cool. Um, but yeah, Belgium have got quite a pretty decent squad. Um, Main players: Mahet Nuri Aral, striker for Manchester United. Um, General info. There we go. Barcelona, left winger. Uh, Blackburn, right winger. Gundogan, he looks pretty good. Fiorentina and Ligt. Benali plays for Barca. So does Roberto plays for Chelsea. But yeah, so got some good players there. It's pretty cool to be fair though. If you look here, um, wait, under 19s and 20s, 21s. Is it in here now? General info. Look at that. I mean, Lecoq, he is there. He's been called up to the under 21s at the age of 17. I have been putting on so much training just to get him to be the best he can be. He's been playing quite a few games for us actually. He's played 7 league games so far. I've got him. I'm getting him tutored by anyone and everyone. He's being tutored by Wayne Clark right now to get his determination up and whatnot. Yeah, he definitely has a good future ahead of him, I think. Um, but yeah, so if we look at fixtures wise though, we have PSV in the Champions League first knockout round actually. So hopefully we can do well against them. They've got quite a good squad actually. Holland have quite good players. Look at this, Nick Bruns, very good player. Like, don't know how I deal with most of these teams. And then we got Stefan Druid in the World Cup quarter final, and with TNS in the Premier League Cup final. If we look at Wales, um, no one else got into Europe actually. The European group stages. Um, actually, ABBA lost on penalties to Standard Liège for the Euro Cup playoff, which is quite unfortunate for them. So they didn't get in. Footballer of the Year went to Alex Parry for the second year running. He plays for Newcastle. He's a centre mid for them. Very good player actually. Came from Swansea. Um, then Young Footballer of the Year went to Damon Duprez from Cardiff. Then Rory Otton from Newcastle, and then Craig Mainwaring from Bangor, who actually we released, and now he's playing for them. It's sort of like we're not really focusing on that. We won't win awards as much anymore because we don't play them so many games. So that's sort of reason why. But yeah, so that's that I think. Otherwise, I'll be back in the season or semi-finals and whatnot. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's been Alex, and I'll see you guys later.